And we're live.
RTX 5090.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up?
Hey. Hello and welcome to the KD Ratio Podcast, your place for all things nerd. Tonight I'm joined by
It's your designated podcast for all things nerd. You messed up the intro.
your designated podcast for all things nerd. I'm brought to you by
Dylan.
You're brought to you
I'm
by...
brought to you by
I'm Kyle.
that's Cal right there. He's all good vibes.
And us three together.
And together we make the K, the D, and I'm the slash.
You're the W.
I'm the dub that you get when you bring the K and the D together.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
How do we recover from this?
You're a radio
We're
host.
recovering?
Yeah.
I feel like we've never peaked like this before.
This is pretty peak.
This is pretty fucking peak. Gentlemen, how we doing? It's been a good week.
It's been a good week.
Been good.
It's been a good life. So let's end it
You just let's do a murder-suicide right
Let's
now.
just end it all right
On
here, huh?
That's how you end up in a Netflix documentary.
The KD ratio.
They'd look back at all of
One day they went live, and then never again did they go live.
Someone would like go through all of our hours of like recordings. Like, there's nothing that points to why they did this.
What is going on?
There must be something that ties it together.
We must dig deeper.
So RTX 5090, eh?
I bought an RTX 5090 at MSRP.
Huh.
Unbelievable success story. I got ripped off still because they shouldn't be $2,000, but I refused. That was my deciding factor. So going into this, I'm having a baby soon, so I wanted to get a PC that was going to last me for quite some time because I'm probably going to be very intermittent in how I game going forward. So, and I want to kind of do a little bit of a system upgrade. It also, the way I'm going to shift systems, like my PC is going to go to my wife's PC is going to go to the podcast. So, you guys want to Venmo me some? Just kidding. So her PC, we can retire the old laptop here in a few weeks. Hopefully that
Are
microphone
we gonna
issue
peel off the
drops
sticker
out.
on the back?
Oh, dude, we got to figure out a way to memorialize that. You're right.
The hot ones.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
guess
Maybe
we'll-
I put the PC tower right in the middle. Just blocks me.
Maybe we do another hot ones episode.
Kyle's stomach is not
Recovered.
prepared for that. Okay? Because you know him. He's going to be like, I got to be very careful. And then he's like, then you'd be like, do it, you pussy. And you're like, all right, let's fucking go.
It's like dip it again.
If Kyle ever like lived in a dorm, he would have joined a fraternity. Like, there's just no, like, he just has that bro macho
I don't
attitude.
think I would.
You're that bro
He's that
macho
kind of
mindset.
competitor.
I'm too much of an introvert to ever go up to a bunch of random bros and be like, I'm in with you guys.
Have introverted frats, okay?
That sounds boring.
A bunch of guys not talking to each other.
Just silence in the house.
They all do, yeah. But that was my deciding factor for whether or not I was going to go all out or just kind of like medium high tier. I kind of was actually leaning more medium high tier because just getting a 5090 at MSRP is so difficult right now. In the last like literally month and a half, prices have come down on these probably 30%. There was almost none sold at MSRP if I was trying to do this 45 days ago. So to see them come all the way down, I'm excited for that. And I managed to snag one at MSRP, and it'll be here tomorrow. So the build
Tomorrow.
begins. The build will begin. So in second week of October, I will complete the build. I'm going to go to a micro center and build the PC. I'm going to get the 9800 X3D CPU, which is the best CPU you can buy. I'm going to pack it in there with some great RAM. Not going to go crazy with the storage because I kind of already have.
Chevy, but continue.
I'm a Ford man myself. Affordable.
That's why I refuse to spend more than $2,000
What
on a graphics card.
That's it. Okay.
Because I'm affordable.
What's crazy is I probably could immediately turn around and scalp this thing for $2,200 to $2,400, like easily. which is unbelievable to me.
I thought you were going to say
Yeah.
like 22,000. I was like,
22. But I'm
Just
not
a
going
quick-
to do it.
But I'm not principles, okay? I can make a 10x investment in one day, but I won't because I'm that kind of man.
That would make me a scalper if it really was that.
those kind of returns.
So the all-in cost for this build should be right or just under $3,000, which is kind of funny because that's always been where basically the pricing of a top-of-the-line PC has been. Graphics cards have never been like this expensive, but they've always been like between 1,000 and 1,500. I feel like for like the real high ends, maybe 1,000 way back when. But CPUs were a lot more expensive, and then also like I remember top of line CPUs in 2011. I remember they got up as high as like even more than GPUs because games hadn't really figured out. GPU was kind of a new thing. That sounds crazy to think about, but like it was just a CPU. Like games hadn't really optimized for all that stuff. So, what are you looking up? You fact checking me?
No.
What were game CPU prices 2011?
I just plugged that into ChatGPT and it says you're full of
You're
shit.
full of shit.
Said incorrect.
Yeah,
False.
I remember some of the because it was all Intel in that day and age, and multi cores were just coming out. And then RAM was never crazy, but it could get pretty expensive because back in that day, you would run 4 sticks, and now it's actually recommended to not run 4 sticks because it does some weird with the timing and stuff. So you want just 2 dual channel. So I don't know. There's been like a bunch of stuff that's come full circle, and then also, if you guys remember this, you couldn't boot from a flash drive back in the day, so you had to have a disk drive. Right?
Yeah.
And then you'd have to have like this spinning hardware, like a hard disk with SATA cables and all this shit. And then you have to, like, cases were all $200. Well, at least the one I got. I don't know if they were all that, but like for really good cooling performance. And cases still to this day are $200 for really good cooling. And RAM is cheap. So all in cost should be probably a little less than $3,000, which I'm pretty happy about to build literally the best PC money can have.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm stoked about it. I'm looking forward to
It'll be exciting.
to what comes up. I'm going to be pushing. I mean, you guys, I don't know if I've never posted a picture of my setup, but I have a super ultra wide, and then I'm going to add an additional ultra wide. I think I'm going to go with that setup. But I'm just going to get a used one from like Facebook Marketplace. Something local, something simple. It doesn't need to be like a OLED or some high res panel, or high refresh rate panel, because it's literally just could be for like Discord and anything YouTube videos that I'm watching. And then I'm going to use my super ultra wide for productivity things when I need to be doing that, which is less and less these days, and gaming, because that's my gaming panel. So,
Right.
And I can actually use the full resolution and enjoy it. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it all comes out, but it should be running smooth as butter. And you know what's funny is, again, I was looking to do the $2,000 upgrade, but I was okay with taking, basically going one step down would price me at anywhere from like $800 to $1,200 would be the next step down. And it's probably about 40% less performance. The 5090 is that big of a jump.
Right.
2 reasons why I didn't want to do that. One, this card comes with 32 gigs of VRAM. When you step down, you only go to 16. And games are already like kind of saturating that.
Yeah.
And so I wanted the higher VRAM. That's going to extend the longevity of my
Lifespan.
card. And then the other thing was, I just didn't feel like on the AMD side, one, you lose DLSS, which I'll get to in a second, but you lose like the top of the line AMD card came out like 3 years ago. Do I really want to buy a 3-year-old card right now? And it's like $1,000, whatever, for 24 gigs of VRAM. Do I really want to do that and buy a card that's 3 years old? Because AMD has had this model where they don't want to participate in the ultra high-end graphics card market. They want to just be in the medium high, which is fine, but they just have no competing product for the 5090. So it's like, okay, I lose DLSS and I'm going down in VRAM, which I'm still at 24 gigs, so that's okay. but the card's like 2 or 3 years old. I don't really feel good about
If
that.
you're spending that kind of money,
Yeah.
I want modern hardware.
yeah, you want to make it worth it.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
To make it last.
AMD just came out with new cards, but they perform basically at that one, consume a lot less power. They're more efficient, but they're only 16 gigs
yeah.
of VRAM. And so it's like, okay, I'm back in that boat. I'm like, remember, my goal here is to make this last for 10 years. So I'm like, well, I don't really want to be doing that. And DLSS, like I said, DLSS 4, which is you only get access to DLSS 4, which is their new AI upscaling model. You only get that with 5000 series GPUs from NVIDIA. And AMD has their FSR lineup, which is pretty good, but it doesn't compete one for one at all with DLSS. And so it's like, okay, I'm going to have really great frame generation and stuff like that, which will then, again, continue to extend the life of that card because I can crank performance mode and frame generation and all that stuff on that card, which will, smooth things over as it gets later in its life. So,
Right.
And then there's cool things you could do too. Like one of the big concerns that I had with buying into the 5090 was it consumes up to 600 watts of power. That's like if you're literally cranking it at 100% and it's hot and all the fans are going and all that stuff. Now, one of the things that I've been reading about that a lot of people actually do is they'll undervolt because you can overclock these cards. And the one that I got actually has a lot of flexibility for overclocking, which is cool. They'll undervolt their cards. So and what's really interesting is, what sells the 5090? It's the top end performance, right? It's that how much more performance am I getting? So you don't really care about like wattage and stuff like that. But for everyday use case, I do. I don't want to be pulling 600 watts turns into effectively a space heater.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going from like I don't know what the wattage of a 2070 Super, if anyone in chat knows, like post it, but I think it's like 180 watts or something. Or it might
To
I think it's
600?
under 300 for sure. And I'm going to 600, so that room's going to get a lot more warm, right? So, like
215.
215. So I'm like almost tripling the wattage that I'm going to be pulling. So I've been looking into undervolting it, and it's kind of weird. Like they call them golden samples in computational like chips, where you might get like a 1 in 100 or like. Not all chips are created equally, basically, like with the way that they're poured and dyed and everything. There are some chips that will just handle voltages and clock speeds and things like that better than others, even though they came off the same manufacturing line. And so, depending on the sample that I get, I hope it's a good one because I can really fine-tune that voltage, and I might be able to undervolt it while still eking out like within 1% of performance. And I've seen people benchmarking where they get it to where like they're only averaging 300 to 400 watts while sacrificing like 4 FPS.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh well shit. If I could do that, and not only that, but like heat is an electronics killer.
Yeah.
Right? If I can reduce the amount of thermal output my system's doing or creating by half, that's a winning formula for me. So
For sure.
to summarize that whole discussion, I'm excited about what I got. I'm excited to complete the build. I'll showcase it here probably on stream at some point, and I'm excited, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's sick. I think were we talking about you streaming it?
We can. He's going to be.
But
I'm potentially, if I can, I'm going to build it in the Santa Clara
that's
Micro Center is where I'm going to end up buying it.
I know you're a big streamer. No one's going to have patience for you.
Well, I think it'd be kind of cool because we could bullshit while doing it, and I could just sit here and build it while we're chatting about whatever. Yeah. I mean, I'm familiar. It's actually way easier to build a PC now than what it used to be because everything basically docks right into the motherboard, and you're not running like all the... Because before you'd have your disk drive and your hard drive, and like you'd have to run a data cable, and then you'd have to run a power cable. Now, like your SSDs, they're NVMe, and you literally just slot them in on your motherboard and screw it down with a screw.
Yeah.
And it's powered and data connected. one connection. It's like 2 seconds versus all these cables that you now gotta connect it into the bay, and you gotta 4 screws to screw the hard drive in the bay because it vibrates. You gotta get it on these vibration plates, and like it's super simple now. So I could rip through it in probably 20, 30 minutes.
Every single time I hear the word SSD, I always immediately think of an Astrobot. Not the game, but like the launch title with the PS5.
Yeah.
Is Astro's Playroom.
Yeah.
There's a level called SSD Highway, and the music, there's like this little robotic voice going SSD.
Yeah.
SSD.
The whole time?
Like that's
Intermittent.
part of it.
Yeah.
So whenever someone says SSD, I hear that little robot voice in my head saying SSD.
Shit. I wonder if it's like a toss up to solid state drives. Like, I wonder, is it like a techno highway?
Oh,
kind
no,
of-
it's 100% because the PS5 is the first Sony console had SSD.
And you're going through the inside of the PS5.
So Astro's Playroom, the whole thing is all the levels were different parts of the PS5. And so there's SSD Highway.
That's kind
is
of
what it
cool.
was.
You have GPU.
GPU Jungle,
Yeah.
SSD Highway.
Cool.
There was like Cooling Alps
Yeah.
or something. And one other thing, I forget, but it was all parts of the PS5.
That's pretty neat.
And then that's
It's like the Nintendo showcase game that came with the game. I know Astrobot didn't. I guess it come with PSN, but where it
Astrobot came
showcases
with the Astro's Playroom came with the PS5.
It came free.
Came free with it. It was a launch. It's kind of like Wii Sports came with the Wii.
Nintendo's
Yeah. The second
Astro's
Astrobot.
Playroom.
Playroom.
Astrobot
bot was the second.
was a
one,
game that came
years
out like
later.
a couple years later.
the Nintendo one though is paid.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that was why that had a bunch of controversy? Yeah. I thought it was just standard because it was like showcasing the...
No, you got to pay for it.
God. Don't even get me started on Nintendo. They're like the worst version of everything.
They've just been full of controversy lately.
Yeah, I still refuse to. I'm not going to switch to. Not yet. Probably never. Unless they drop way in price.
I'm probably pretty comfortable skipping over that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it to play, Elden Ring.
Zelda's out.
Got to buy the upgraded version too to get
Yeah.
the full FPS experience.
My Switch still works.
Yeah.
I bought Witcher on the Switch.
How is it?
Switcher.
Switcher?
And
See what you did there.
it's rough. It's rough. That one did not port well. I don't know how they even got The Witcher 3 to run on that.
I saw.
There's such a huge. Speaking of that, there's such huge. Like, if you were a game made in 2005 and a game made in 2015, like, it's not even comparable on like just the drastic leap in technology.
Uh-huh.
Witcher 3 came out in 2015. It's 2025. Witcher 3 looks like it could have been released within the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, we slowed down hard.
And yet, games of like performance, they still chug.
Yeah.
And it's like, are we really sacrificing this much to have 4 more trees in the background? Like, I don't know.
The pores. We need the pores on the skin.
Your look distance can see 20 kilometers instead. It's like, okay. It's not all bad, but I wonder how much is just piss poor optimization.
It's just crazy, man,
Probably.
that Witcher 3 came out in 2015, 10 years ago. And when you compare a game that came out in 2015 to a game that came out in 2005, it's not even close.
What's going on with the? I've seen a couple people bitching and moaning. Maybe it's just because of the circles I'm in and the games that I play. But
The elite.
the
Yeah, the
elite-
PC.
the non 5090 users, kind of moaning and groaning. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but PlayStation 5's performance on more modern timeless is starting to kind of chug a little. Have you guys felt that or have that feedback? Because one of the titles is Path of Exile 2 is just running really shit, and that just might be Path of Exile, the game itself. But
No.
apparently it's, especially later on and when you get to maps and stuff, the performance blows on PS5. Like, it really chugs. And then I've heard of other things too, that Red Dead 2, I didn't know this, on PS5 Did it come out on PS5?
No.
Was it PS4?
Well, you can play it.
You
You
can
can
play
play
it
it
on
on
PS5.
PS5. It's a PS4 game.
Even okay, so it's a PS4 game.
Yeah.
Even the PS5 version, because did they do like a remaster or like upgrade?
I don't
into
think they ever did a PS5 version of
No.
it.
Oh, they didn't do a PS.
No.
So even though you can run, I saw a whole thread of people complaining about this. It locks either the intro scene, like where you're riding the horse, or maybe the whole game. I couldn't quite discern. It's locked at 30 FPS.
I don't think so. Maybe the cutscenes. But I played through. Last time I played Red Dead 2 was on the PS5, and it wasn't built for the PS5. It's a port essentially, or not even a port. It's just a, and I don't remember it being 30 frames. I feel like it
Do you
was
remember?
still 60.
No.
I do know that as far as Red Dead 2, after they got Red Dead Online up and running, they kind of Rockstar gave up on it. And like
I
there
think
was
that-
no
so
more
they didn't care
patches
about
or
it?
bug fixes or
Any
anything.
performance problems might have been just because you're playing the PS4 version of it.
Was
On
PS4 locked at 30 frames? Maybe.
I don't even think it was. I don't remember it being
No.
30 frames on PS4.
Because it was like this whole thread complaining about going back, and it was just locked at 30 FPS, and they were like, "What the hell is going on? Like, this is terrible experience." I mean, it's not terrible, but it's 30 FPS, just like Bloodborne, and that's a beloved title. But
I think it gets more than 30 though.
So it says, so this is on Reddit. It does say that why does the game only run at 30 FPS on my PS5 Pro? I can play other games 4K and 120
okay.
FPS. It's because Rockstar never released like
They
a
never-
patch to.
so even though you have the higher hardware, it's still gonna lock the frames in at that.
Red Dead, yeah. I basically got the same thing. This is just Gemini on Google.
Emily?
It does run at 30 frames per second on PS5 because it runs as a PS4 backward compatible title and does not have an official PS5 patch.
So the PS4 ran at 30 FPS.
The PS4, I
Yeah.
guess
Because then
it
when
did.
they ported, they kept everything, or not even ported, like you said,
No.
just literally kept everything the same. Which then, because they must have things tied to being 30 FPS, it's
Yeah.
gameplay features. But
So,
that's
Did
kind
it-
of that's a big bummer to me. Like you get a PS5 Pro and you want to go back and then you feel that.
I think, but that's more. I would put the blame on Rockstar because there was
Definitely.
issues. Yeah, there was issues when I was still playing it. Like my second playthrough, I noticed like little bugs and stuff that I'd go online to look, and it's like no, they pretty much after Red Dead Online they dropped ever fixing anything in that game.
Yeah.
They just like, which
yeah, I guess
okay, but
Red Dead 2
it's 30 FPS.
was locked at 30 FPS
Wow.
on PS4. That's just because they never released a 30 FPS patch, but a PS5 patch. That's how little I
care about it.
notice frames. I didn't even know that. And
I
I
only-
played through that game so many times.
yeah, I only really notice if I go directly from playing a 60 FPS to a 30 FPS, then I'm like, ooh, or vice versa.
I know. Oh, I
The-
noticed it
yeah.
at first. Don't get
But
me
then
wrong.
you adjust.
It doesn't take me that long for my eyes to adjust
Yeah.
and feel like it's normal.
It's a big feels bad. So like I've played at 60 FPS pretty much my whole life, and when I do get a chance to play, because my monitor is 120 hertz, when I do get a chance to play at like a game at steady 120,
Yeah.
it's like wow, it feels good. And then you go back like Dune Awakening for me, it runs at anywhere from 90 FPS to 30 in some, like depending on what I'm looking at, like. Any gameplay I'm running at like more closer to 90, but if I'm in my own base doing shit, like it's more like 30 to 50 FPS, and that feels like dog shit.
You know what's funny is during that quick Google search, the first Red Dead, which came out in 2010, does have a PS5 patch with 60 frames.
what?
Yeah, there's a PS5 version of the first Red Dead. but
That
not
is
Red Dead 2.
unbelievably lame.
yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah. There's a PS5 version of Red Dead
but not Red Dead 2.
that has a 60, so they can run the first game at 60 frames. But that's Rockstar.
Yeah, you want to. So you guys,
How hard would it be for them to patch a PS5 version?
not hard at all.
I feel like I'm not a developer or a programmer, so I'm not going to speak on something I don't know what kind of work could go into it, but I can't imagine it'd be that difficult for Rockstar to do,
Considering the fact
They
that
could outsource it.
you know that the PS5, like, I could see why you wouldn't want to do it if you were porting into a system that had the potential of not being able to perform. But you're talking about the PS5 and the PS5 Pro, significantly more horsepower than a PS4.
Right.
You're not going to have that issue. So just cap all the actions or whatever the timings are at 30 FPS, knowing that you're going to be above that. I don't know. It doesn't seem that crazy.
As far as any other titles, like I don't think I play enough games anymore, enough like new, especially if you need those frames to be competitive. That's not really my scene, so I didn't notice or pay attention to that. But I will say the first time I played Path of Exile on PS5, it was chugging hard. And that was like, I think I solved that with like a server issue. It kept like trying to...
I remember you guys
It
having
kept
that.
trying to link me to like European servers. And it was like 15 frames at one point.
I remember
bad.
you guys were saying that it was like this weird server sync, and you were like, "This is
And
I
the
can't play
delay,
this."
we were like,
I was like, "What?"
The input delay, like I remember...
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah,
I remember thinking like, I'm just not gonna be able to play with you guys. This is not
shit
gonna work. Yeah.
experience.
And
Then
then
you just like what restarted? And it was
you had
fine?
to like
change the server.
you had to change the server to US servers, and then there was like some prioritized performance stuff that you could put on, and then it was fine. But every issue when it comes to that kind of thing, usually, to my knowledge, is like the developer issue.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not.
it's definitely on. PoE is still like early access technically, and they definitely have some efficiency things that they need to get in order. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to having a demanding, like a high end PC for the first time in my life. The first time I ever bought current gen hardware was, I think, the 2070 Super. I think it was still the 2000 series, and I think I bought it like the same month that the 30 series was coming out. But that was my first, like 70
it was
plus.
technically current still, but
Yeah,
it was just about.
But it was
to be
definitely
current.
like 2 years old at that point. So this came out this year. So
You
big
can
deal.
buy Cyberpunk and crank it.
I was going to ask you that exact question. The next time Cyberpunk goes on sale for like $30, do you think would you? I would be willing to buy it just so I could have it on my monitor, fully ray trace, native 4K, so you guys could see it.
That'd
and
be
then
pretty sick.
Be
If
like
you
what
did
you guys
that-
thought. Can we play online at all in Cyberpunk?
No.
Is there any function?
It's Mass
that's co-op?
Effect. It would be like Mass Effect again.
But if you bought Cyberpunk, I would be an active participant in your
Yeah.
journey the same way I was with Mass Effect.
same.
You'd be like, I would have to buy Phantom. I don't think Phantom Liberty comes with.
Usually they come in package.
It's
Yeah,
usually
I'd
all
have to
in
look
one.
at
Yeah.
Steam of how they bundle it. But Cyberpunk regularly will go on sale for $30.
So I mean, I'd be like Kyle.
I'd be willing to
Be
buy
there.
it just to because it is the game. Like
Yeah.
it almost feels
It's the new
stupid.
Crysis.
Yes, that's exactly my point. It almost feels dumb to have a 5090 and not play Cyberpunk because of how visually stunning that
Yeah.
game is. So maybe me buying the 5090 is what throws me over the
There we
ledge
go.
to
Kyle, we're
buy
this close.
to buy Cyberpunk. But I've technically already played it, so
Technically.
Yeah, because he watched some streams.
Yeah, I mean, it's right now on Steam, it's all for full price. But there'll be a sale at some point.
I don't know if my cousin's husband is watching, but he's trying to give me some monitors for free, so I might not even have to upgrade and buy anything.
There you go.
I might literally just be able to get free monitors. That's unbelievable.
Hell yeah.
Unbelievable.
So Silksong.
Unbelievable. Let's dive into it. I know literally nothing about it.
Do you
Hollow
know
Knight.
what it did to Steam?
You know
No.
what? Now that you say that,
Silksong came out and Steam crashed.
because of how many people are playing it,
It has reached within the first week of it being out, 12th place in highest concurrent players. 525,000 players concurrent.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you, but that seems crazy.
200, almost 300,000 people are playing it right now.
Yeah, the 12th highest peak.
It caused Steam to crash. That's kind of like these
Yeah.
numbers aren't even that crazy. I mean, Elden Ring launched and it didn't even blink.
It
so-
caused Steam to crash.
Why?
It also
It's like this shit. They don't even blink it. I mean, like as of right now, there's multiple games that are higher than that in concurrent. I mean, 3x for Counter-Strike 2.
Maybe just purchasing it, not the player count.
and I guess it was so Steam, Nintendo eShop, and the PlayStation Store all struggled due to the release of Silksong. Crashes stores on launch.
Wow.
Did you ever play Hollow Knight?
Oh yeah, I loved Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. So like talk to me about it.
Okay.
Hollow Knight, because
So-
once you sent it over, I'm like, what is this game?
So I'll preface it. Hollow Knight. I'll give you the little background. I love Hollow Knight. I found it on Nintendo. I think through word of mouth. I played it on my Switch. Amazing little game. I would recommend it if you guys like side scrollers at all. It's one of the best Souls type side scrollers out there, in my opinion. Hollow Knight is the first game. Came out, I believe, 5 years ago. It was a Kickstarter that it started as. Cherry Games.
pull it up on the screen so people can see it.
Team Cherry is the developer. Hollow Knight was a Kickstarter. Amazing game. I played through it. I did everything except for the Steel Soul, which is like the permadeath mode. But
like hardcore.
hardcore. It is one of the hardest games I have played.
Really?
Through. Yes. There's
like levels, or do you start?
It's a Souls-like, essentially. You fight enemies, you get to a boss, you have to fight the boss, and then just grow like
until
that.
You get better.
Currency, when you die, you go back to the same spot. You have to hit like your body or pick up the grace or whatever to get your currency back. Otherwise, if you die and you don't pick it up, you lose it. But in Hollow Knight, it grew such a special place in my heart because it was out before Elden Ring, and I think I had probably just beat Sekiro a little bit before I started playing it. First off, since I know you don't really care about my second point, but the first point, the combat in Hollow Knight was so precise and so fair that it was one of the few games where, yes, it's the hardest side scroller I've played. It never felt like when I lost, it was because of the game. It felt like I knew exactly where I messed up. And I was consistently every single boss. It was like, oh, I knew I fucked up right there. I got lazy or I got too greedy. It's such tight controls. The lore, I love it. It's this cute little, they're bugs. It's hard to tell with the way they look, but they're these bugs. But then it's like this really dark, like fantasy lore about the like eldritch gods and how they manipulate these bugs. It's crazy. So I played the first game, fell in love with it. I'd recommend it to you guys. Silksong comes out.
Even the first game popped off in a big way.
Yeah.
It was hella popular. I
People-
remember catching on stream a couple times, and I'm like, what is this game?
People-
Visually, it's really cool.
For
A lot of
5
great
years,
animations.
huffed copium about Silksong because when it popped off Hollow Knight, they said, yeah, we're working on a DLC. Okay. And then I think it may have been like a year. I don't know the exact time, so I'm going to riff on it. They're like, yeah, we're working on a DLC about this character's name is Hornet. And they're like, so then the year passes by and they're like, actually, you know what? We decided the DLC was pretty great. We're going to just make a full game. So it's going to be a little bit longer to release. And people are like, oh, yeah, whatever. So, and eventually, everybody started a cuff hopium of like, it'll get announced soon. It'll get announced soon. And it was the meme. That I think helped with the hype of why like all the stores struggled and all that kind of stuff is because I think just it built a lot of meme culture of the game that's never going to come out, but people always think it's going to get announced.
Yeah.
And then so I got it. It's $20. Silksong is $20, and it is. I'm probably at right now 40 hours in, and I'm still.
Holy shit! Okay.
I'm about probably 75% of the way.
Whoa! I didn't know you were grinding this game that hard.
Oh,
okay.
it's addicting.
Oh yeah. When did it come out?
It came out on September 4th.
This morning. He
This
cranked
morning.
40 hours in 12 hours.
40 hours in 5 days, brother. Wow.
Yeah, I've been grinding.
Grinding.
Like I said, I
amazing.
loved Hollow Knight, and this game is a true sequel in that it is harder. I don't think it's harder. If you go online, you'll see a lot of people saying that it's harder than Hollow Knight. It's too
Everybody
hard.
always says that at first.
The Wambulance.
Yeah.
I don't think it's harder. I think it has a steeper learning curve than Hollow Knight did. Like Silksong's learning curve is like this, like right off the bat. I felt like
Here's
Hollow
how
Knight
you
was.
attack. Now go fight God.
Yeah, this one is kind of Hollow Knight was gradual, and it got harder. And you had these buffs that
you
were a
able to-
lot stronger.
Do you have a custom build in this game, or is it
So
you have basic attacks and you don't really
Kind
have
of.
any player agency for that?
I would say it's closest to it's probably closest to like Sekiro in that you have one weapon, you have a set play style almost, and you are just trying to learn how to optimize that play style. You have tools and stuff like that, but it's all about you learning how to operate that specific play style. So in Hollow Knight, you had these charms that were like trying to think, but they gave you like buffs and stuff. Like for example, one of them was like whenever an enemy hits you, you grow spikes, so it damages them or whatever. It was stuff like that. This game, they don't have that as much as they just have tools. So it's like you throw down these floor spikes or you throw a boomerang or stuff like that. But I'm enjoying the heck out of this game, and
Sounds like it.
it's really difficult. It's one of the few games, Hollow Knight and this one are one of the few games where it'll make me like I start to get full on gamer and start like sweating and like
You crack open a second Mountain Dew kind
I'm
of thing.
like
Yeah.
But I'm loving it, and I would recommend it to anybody, especially if you like Souls like. The big caveat I would say is you have to be okay with first Metroidvanias, because that's what it is. So Metroidvania is where it's like, you pretty much, I mean, Souls sounds similar. It's pretty similar, but it's like you go through a section of the map, you notice things that you can't quite get to right now, and then later in the game you get an ability, so it's like, oh, I should go back and go there, and then it's kind of that loop. So you have to like that, because that's the game with this one. And then also just it's
2D side scroller.
Yeah, tedious side scroller with platforming that is on the hardest platforming I've done, because they have I haven't reached it in Silksong yet, but in Hollow Knight there's this place called Path of Pain. Okay. Path of Pain. So
Is it a big peepee or a little peepee?
it was big. It was
Big
hard.
peepee.
It was hard.
About the pain.
It was big and hard and long. Lots of chainsaws. But so in the game, both the Silksong and Hollow Knight, there's this ability, people call it pogo, but it's where you hit under you and you basically deflect off of whatever you're hitting. And so Path of Pain, there's these saws, and you have to pogo off of them. And Path of Pain is pogoing off of multiple, and if you fall, you die and you start over. And I beat it. I beat the
While
Path
you're
of Pain.
fighting a boss?
No. This
Oh,
one is
thank God.
just a navigation puzzle. And But then, near the final boss, the secret final boss, he doesn't quite have that, but he is also
Have you spoiled the game already for yourself?
no.
How do you know there's a
Hollow Knight.
secret? Oh, sorry.
He's a platformer as you're fighting him, and that shit blew my mind. I was like, oh my fuck. Another thing I appreciate about Hollow Knight and Silksong is the way their enemy design works. It's very smart in that it prepares you for the boss. The fodder you fight, if you pay attention, they're preparing you on the telegraphs of moves that are similar to what the boss is going to use. Not in so much that it makes the boss easy, but it's preparing you. It's like, okay, this enemy does this kind of thing where it throws these things, and then guess what? The boss is doing that exact thing, but faster and more complex. I've got nothing but great things to say about the game. It's amazing.
I love it.
I love it.
So much.
Damn.
I've only
check that out.
played one like side-scrolling Souls-like, and it was Salt and Sanctuary.
Never heard that one.
And I had a lot of fun with that, so I feel like I might like this too.
I would recommend Hollow Knight first. Definitely. Yeah. Hollow Knight is...
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't go straight to this one, especially if you're saying it's like that. Like, I would want to...
Hollow Knight holds a special place in my heart, because I think you'll like it too, Kyle.
Have we talked about Hollow Knight before?
I don't really think we have,
even though he's talking about this like it's like Mass Effect, and I don't even remember talking about this with you.
I think it was just
when you forgot about it.
Yeah, well, when we started, it never really got brought up because it was.
It came out, so I looked it up. It came out 7 years ago. So if you played it 7 years ago, that's actually before this podcast.
Yeah. So I think and then we never talked about side-scrolling, Souls-like. So
it's very niche.
Yeah, very niche.
That's all we talked about.
We've never talked about.
How have we never talked about side-scrolling Souls-like?
Metroidvanias too. I think you'll appreciate the first Hollow Knight a lot because the lore and like I had to find a YouTuber, the equivalent of Vatividya for Hollow Knight his name's Mossbag. He does the same thing. He like breaks it down, reads item details. But at the end of Hollow Knight, you have, I won't tell you the lore per se as like what's happening, but you fight this one guy. And he's throughout the game, he's kind of like Genichiro from Sekiro, where you fight him multiple times. And so by the end, you're like, you're my bitch. I know all your moves. Bring it on, right? You fight him. If you beat him, that's the end of the game. But to get the secret ending, you have to do all this extra shit. And you essentially go into his brain through this sword. And in his brain, you fight a god. And it's like, it's so epic because you're this little bug. I don't know if you look up Hollow Knight, you're just this little guy. And this god is like...
just this little guy.
He's like huge. And the setup, you just pull out your sword. And when I first saw that, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Because you go in the dream world, right, of the guy's head. And it's like a bunch of clouds and there's the sun, right? And your little bug dude, he just pulls out his sword and he's like facing the sun. And he like challenges it essentially. And then you realize the sun is the enemy. And you're like, oh, okay.
Interesting. Oh. I'll have to look it up.
And like I think Hollow Knight's $20. Same with Silksong. Great, bargain for your buck with both of the games. I would love if you guys played them because they're so. Yeah, like Cuphead. Cuphead was another similar difficulty type.
Yeah, I was gonna say this game I watched a lot on stream. This looked like the most impossible game I've ever seen played. I'm like, what the fuck is even going on?
So like pretty much the main difference is Cuphead is more of a shooter. Like, he's like a bullet hell shooter.
Yeah.
Right? This one is
melee.
There are enemies that turn into like bullet hells where you have to dodge some stuff, but you aren't ever shooting anything. You get abilities that shoot like, little baby pellets and stuff, but it's a great game. And Silksong lived up to the hype in my opinion. They're already releasing a patch to make some bosses, 2 of the beginning bosses, easier. But I'm like, what the fuck?
That's just as tradition dictates.
Yeah.
Every game that's known for difficulty ever will always have a patch. And there's always going to be people like, I beat it pre-patch.
I beat it pre-patch. Yeah. But yeah, I would love if you guys got into it.
I beat Radon pre nerf. So
I did.
yeah, we all did.
We all did.
I beat Orphan of Kos pre-nerf on Bloodborne. That was tough.
Why would they nerf that? Wasn't that
I don't know
supposed to
if
be
they
there?
did.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm like I
I'm
would
just
be
saying
shocked. I was like, I would be shocked if they nerfed. That was supposed to be like their fucking legend.
The
Like,
hardest
well,
start
you also didn't realize you needed to like power up a pillar, right? So you're hitting like hit for 1 damage or something. Am I thinking of the right boss?
Orphan of Kos, there's no gimmick.
What was
in
the
it.
boss that you were like you tried for like multiple pulls and you were like, there's no way. Not only you had that kind of reaction, but then you realized like, oh, you needed to flip this lever or something like that, and then
That sounds like, I can't think in my head right now what that is, but that sounds like a handful of bosses. Especially in Bloodborne. In Bloodborne, there was a lot of bosses like that.
yeah.
Look up Salt and Sanctuary real quick.
While you look that up, I did want to mention too that there was a few games that were happy that like Silksong didn't come out when they did.
Really?
I saw some news articles. Salt and Sanctuary.
Yeah, so Salt and Sanctuary looks like it's only like $18 right now. I would say it's actually most akin to like
It's from software game.
no.
That's just like
It's inspired by this game, which is funny because it's like an homage to Dark Souls. But this game was the one that started the 2D Souls genre. And I played this when it came out probably around 2014, 2015. And I remember
dang.
this one being pretty hard. But it was a lot of fun.
Did you end up beating it?
I did, yeah. It felt like a mixture of Dark Souls and Bloodborne in 2D format. Like if you look at it, it looks like Souls. Like look at the health bars and stuff. And
yeah.
Definitely usable items.
I played it
consumables.
I think I played it on Switch.
That's where I found Hollow Knight.
Yeah. Did I play it? When did this game come out? I don't know if I played it on Switch. I might have played it on PS4.
Oh shit!
They made a second one called Salt and Sacrifice, but I never played that one.
No.
Released it
2016.
2016. I might have played it on Switch then, because I got it. It was right around that time. And then so a lot of stuff you're describing, like you're not Bug, like you play like you're like a full grown dude in this one,
Berserk
but
sword.
it sounds similar. There's a lot of stuff like that.
It's
Hollow Knight's probably more refined though, because this was like the first of its.
well, and they were. I think the reason Hollow Knight's so polished is because it was a Kickstarter, and they
Yeah.
had like a big backing, and so a lot of the stuff they added, like they reached a lot of their goals.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of content in both Silksong and Hollow Knight, but that you're like, dang, you're like, oh, this, you wouldn't expect it in a game like that, but you're like, oh, it probably was a goal. Okay, like in Silksong, you get a house in one of the villages, and it's like, and you can like decorate it and stuff. I'm like, what the?
It's just randomly like a
Yeah.
decorating sim.
I'm like, okay. It's mainly a resource dump where you just buy
Yeah.
the decorations, but it's just interesting.
I could
That
be
is really
remembering this wrong, but I know that the reason I started playing Salt and Sanctuary is because Lobos played it, and I think it was developed by his like developer friends. Like because he used to work. He used to be a game designer.
Ska Studios.
Yeah, I think he knows some dude that was involved in it.
And he's just helping promote it. Nice.
Yeah, and I think that's why I played it.
So the other ones I played side scroller, I played Elder Magnolia and Elder Lilies. Those ones are good ones, but they ain't no Hollow Knight or Silksong.
I thought about playing Cuphead. It looked fun, but
God, it looks intense.
it looked like something that would like be a grind, and I didn't know if I wanted to dedicate.
Also,
time
the
to something like that.
fights looked really telegraphed in the sense that when you kind of just learned the rotation, you just were doing that. You were just like, because one of the bosses, I don't know that you would farm on repeat. I can't remember. I always would see these creators fighting the same boss. I don't know if it was because of the loot or something or whatever, but he took up almost the whole fucking screen. And you had to preemptively just know all of his moveset.
It's so big.
Because, yeah.
Fire giant levels.
It's fire giant level boss size, okay?
So, Hollow Knight is, well, in Silksong, by that extension, they are very, the whole gameplay loop is learning the boss's moveset and maneuvering around it.
Is it each fight telegraphed?
In a way, like,
Telegraphed, I mean, like, they do this strike, then they do this strike, and then they do, like, there's no
Like, is it the
randomness.
same? Once you know the pattern, you can just do that over and over again. And
there's no same rhythm, but there's a same
attacks.
Same
obviously,
attacks.
but not
Yeah,
in
so
the
it's
way.
not telegraphed.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are they're all, it's random, but it is very like this
It's true
boss.
souls. Yeah.
Yeah, boss
You go
I'm
in-
fighting right now. He's very simple, but he's hard because he pops out little minion fucks. What he does in the arena, he goes underground. He'll pop up on one side and he shoots these little things at you. He'll pop down. Then he'll pop up either on the other side or up there again, and he runs across the stage. You have to jump over him, hit him on the back, pops down. That's pretty much his 2 movesets. That's all he's doing. But what makes it hard is they start to add these. At first, you're just doing that, and then he starts to add these spears that are coming up, and you have to dodge those while you're maneuvering over him, and like managing him. They start to throw more shit at you, and that's just not all bosses like that. That's just him. I don't like personally bosses that throw a bunch of ads like minions at you. I think that's cheesy. And thankfully in
It's
Silksong,
because it's garbage time, too, a lot of the time. It's just like, oh, let me clear these, and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
personally, so far in Silksong, there's only been 2 fights that do that. And so I'm happy. Like, there was one fight, the last judge, I think is the filter for this game, in my opinion. Like, you know, the one where if you don't know the game, you aren't going to get past
It
it.
weeds out the weak from the strong.
And but once you learn it, it's pretty, like, it was a fun fight. And that's what I enjoy about Hollow Knight and Silksong is, like, once you get their movements down, you really start, like, you really feel like you're maneuvering. It's like a dance almost. You're like, okay, jump up here, hide here, you know, whatever, do whatever. And then the funny thing about this boss is when you kill him, he explodes. And so people have been pissed because they set down the controller after they think they beat him. And then they die. And they gotta fight him again.
So lame. On death effect of a boss
That
after
you
you beat him.
Have
No,
to
like, I
fight
keep-
him again.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. To me, I think people are stupid. It is blatantly obvious what's going to happen. And it's not
Yeah,
fast.
but if you put the controller down, like, fuck it, yes, go take a shit. And you walk away. or
So
whatever.
if you put it down, I would let's see the amount of time. If you went like fuck yeah, yes, oh shit, you'd have enough time. Like
I don't
that's how
think I've-
long.
I don't think
was.
I've ever put
Oh.
down a controller after I've beaten a tough boss and been like, oh god,
I'm never playing this game again.
yeah. Like
no.
I usually like when I kill the boss, I usually kind of mindlessly walk in circles, like wait for a cutscene. Like
Yeah.
I don't like.
Well, is the boss? Yeah, it's a good point. But like, is the boss sitting there like, oh god, I'm about to explode?
like fizzle and then starts
Like it makes an effect. Like,
flame starts to pop out. It like I said, it's to me it was very
You gotta
obvious.
sell. to
I need to
fucking
get
die
out
that.
of here.
Yeah.
And especially that point in the game, you've learned you're not safe. Like so the version for Hollow Knight and Silksong of like the campfire is a bench. Like you sit on a bench and you heal and you save and enemies respawn.
park bench. newspaper.
It pretty much is. There's this one area where you sit on the bench and it's booby trapped, and so when you sit it,
A mimic bench.
yeah, this fucking claw comes out and swipes you, and it hits you, and it hurts you, and I'm like, fuck. So it happens to me, and I'm like, fuck, and I'm like, well, that probably disarmed it. I can probably take my seat now. No, it does
It's
it
just
every
a
time.
permanent enemy.
There's a way you can disarm the bench that you got to find that's secret, but that's earlier in the game. So at this point, you already know they're gonna fuck with me. I can't
Be
trust
ready.
it. Yeah. Yeah, I think you guys should get it. I would love.
Dude, I might check it out. I am a big fan. I'm learning more about this style, and I feel like I love ARPGs. I fucking love them.
Yeah.
I'm learning this about, like, with playing Path of Exile and other games similar to it, like the progression satisfaction of an ARPG is like, it's like no other game I've ever played. I'm grinding the hell out of Path of Exile 2 right now.
Yeah.
Rise of the Abyssal League, and this is update 0.3. And I have my complaints about it, but overall it's amazing. And my character is almost level 90, and the sense of progression and items and all that stuff, like it feels so good.
Yeah.
And crafting is a lot better this league. So before it was like you pretty much had to buy your stuff on the trading site. Now you can kind of like craft your way into really good gear, which is exciting. I like that. I love that gameplay loop.
Yeah.
And man, I love ARPGs. It's not quite like an RPG in the sense of like you have any kind of build progression or whatever, but I'm thinking about checking out Last Epoch. I don't know if you guys have heard
of it.
And then there's an older game that apparently people love this genre. Is called Grim Dawn,
I've heard of that too.
which just came out like probably 2016 too. I'm not sure. It's an older game, but I love this genre of killing things, getting exciting loot, just like a Souls game. Where less so that like where every drop is critical. Like it's absolutely useful in Souls games, but this game has a lot of just currencies that are meaningful. It can be way overwhelming and incredibly deep, but I tend to like that about games where there's systems within systems. And so I'm having a blast with that. So I'm probably gonna check out Last Epoch and a couple other things with this 5090 upgrade.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So, kind of round out some more ARPGs because I tried Lost Ark.
Not your thing.
No, it was very pay to win. Didn't like that at all. Tried a couple other ones too, and some of them caught my eye, but they were just too old and too mature. PoE2 is fresh, very fresh. Diablo 4, fucking love Diablo 4, right? Like, I think that's gonna be kind of my game rotation is checking out the different leagues and seasons with these games because everything is a full reset, trying out new builds and play styles and stuff, and checking it out. But yeah, that's what I got going on.
Not bad.
And you're gonna download Hollow Knight.
Might have to. When you say 40 hours for $20, how could you not?
That's not even Hollow Knight. That's Silksong. Hollow Knight. I don't know how much that one is right now.
This one guy,
probably.
in just some brief things I was looking up, he had like over 4,000 hours played on Hollow Knight.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, I think I like this game.
That's $7.
Crazy.
There you go.
I
That
guess it's 14 right now, but
Oh, no, it's
50.
ridiculous.
oh my god.
Oops, copyright.
We've been tagged. I didn't do it, but with Hollow Knight, there's a mode called Steel Soul mode. It's permadeath,
Yeah.
and people were crazy about it, and I was like, no, thank you. I died enough.
I will never play a hardcore game.
Especially this kind. Like I can understand like Dead Space. I did the hardest mode, but that's not.
Is that instant death reset?
Yeah, it was permadeath. But my excuse is this
Your
game.
first playthrough ever, you did that?
No.
Oh, okay.
First playthrough, never played the game. Like, let's try it.
Let's do it.
People do that in freaking PoE and Diablo and stuff. They go into it blind with hardcore. You're like, why?
I don't think that I will ever be good enough at a game or care enough to get good enough at a game to do that.
That's exactly where I'm at. It's like, I don't want that stress and anxiety over me.
I don't need that prestige. I don't really care that much. I just want to have fun.
Well, see, so Dead Space, first off, there was rewards for doing it in the game. So like you got this special gun.
You had to get the skin, Scout.
You got the finger pointer gun, and Isaac goes bang, bang, and it insta kills anybody. It's funny.
That would not.
Well,
be
yeah.
enough.
If you beat the game in that mode, you should have a thing that makes the game dumb.
Yeah. And you got one save file, so you could choose one spot to save the game. Otherwise,
so not even real hardcore. So does it even count?
but if you die, that erases your save, takes you back to start.
What was that guy?
But it was just so you could
one respawn.
No, it was so you could quit the game, and if you needed to
Wait, you have to
have
beat it
life.
in one go?
yeah.
You couldn't stop.
I think
Fuck you. How long is Dead Space?
not that long.
What's not that long?
I don't remember.
8 hours?
I think
6 hours? 4 hours? 3 hours?
it's probably like 8 hours.
So they expect you to, in 8 hours straight gaming session, beat the game?
Like 4 hours and 4 hours, Put the save right in the middle.
That's great. I've never heard
I
of that
think,
kind of
though,
thing.
I think you could quit. The save was more there. I don't know what the
The
save was
first
for.
Dead Space on how long to beat says main story only 12 hours.
12 hours.
Completionist would be about 30 hours.
But yeah, so hardcore,
That's
Just a casual 12 hours.
session.
I think you could quit. I'm going to retract that. I think you could.
I feel
But
like
the
that's
save-
bonkers.
What was the save for then?
Life, then, maybe.
No, because if you died, it didn't care about your save.
Save was maybe fast travel? Go back on some narrative decisions?
Yeah, the many in Dead Space. I don't know.
Save scum it like in Baldur's Gate.
I didn't
Oh,
save
that's cool
scum
that
it,
she said
but
that.
that was
Fucking go
people
back.
could. I don't know. But I'm fine doing hardcore in a game like that because the point of the game is it's a horror game, and it's not like a Souls-like where the point of the game is to punish you and to be hard, You get right.
It says impossible mode in the Dead Space remake has one one save slot for the entire playthrough,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that you are limited to only one save file for your entire play. It doesn't say anything about not being able to just go back to that save though. over
It
and
was
over again.
permadeath though.
It is permadeath,
Yeah.
but if you permadeath after that first save slot, then you go back to that save slot instead of the very beginning.
Yeah.
So definitely not even close to hardcore.
Easy is
Easy.
basically.
That one was probably one of the easiest hardcore games though I've done, because they had their resource management system was kind of funky. So the way Dead Space works, it's kind of a Metroidvania style. You find different weapons, right? The hack though, because hardcore just makes less resources, less ammo, right? Harder enemies. As soon as you get another gun, if you put it in your locker, it only generates ammo for the one gun you carry. So I was loaded with ammo because I did that, and you only need I could beat it just with the main gun.
So you sped run it
Yeah, I used
on
hacks.
hardcore.
Hacks.
That's amazing.
Dupes, technically.
Dupes. I duped it.
What drew you to that game mode?
That was the first game. The Dead Space 2 was the first game I ever beat on hardcore when I was a kid. And I think actually Dead Space 1 was. So it was more nostalgia of me wanting to do it again. Because I knew I could do it. I did it when I was a kid. I was like, I can do it again. And it's not that. I never felt like it was too hard. The main worry for me in Dead Space, both 1 and 2, I remember was there was stupid environmental one-hit kills.
Like if you step on something, dead.
And those were the main stressor where it's like, fuck. Enemies
Yeah,
and
there's a trap here.
yeah, enemies
Something
and bosses.
cool gaming. Yo, 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 yo. What's up,
Yo,
Austin?
yo. Enemies and bosses never really bugged me, but those ones is when I'd be like, fucking, I swear to God, if this thing kills me. Like in the first Dead Space, you have to handle a thermonuclear like bomb. And if it gets jostled too much, it blows up and you die. Obviously, but if you die during hardcore,
So something cool gaming. We are doing. You say, "Where's my 5090?" We are doing a giveaway of the 5090, and I will pick someone from the chat. Oh, looks like the KD Ratio podcast from the chat is gonna get it, and I'm gonna pick me. So you didn't win.
you should have pretended to do like a randomizer roulette.
And our name is in it.
Yeah, it's only our name.
It only comes up every time.
We're gonna re-roll. It's re-roll 6 times. Like, yeah, bummer, guys.
I think the only game out of all the games I played that I would feel comfortable going into a hardcore mode now and feeling like I could probably pull it off is Witcher 3.
Witcher 3, yeah.
Because I beat that game on Death March, and I don't think I ever died.
Is that hardcore?
I feel like that game's
But
pretty
that game-
tough
It
to
doesn't
die.
have, it doesn't have permadeath.
But that was the hardest difficulty, yeah.
Death March was the hardest difficulty. Yeah. And that game was very fair. So what I liked about Death March is it was more immersive in the sense that like oils and potions like actually mattered in fights. Whereas when you play a normal, you can kind of just bullshit your way through everything. You don't need to do anything but your mutations and all that, like you actually have to think about what would make sense for whatever thing you're about to fight. So that's the only one I feel like I could go play now and I might have a good chance. Like without.
What about you, Billy?
I would never play
Guild
hardcore.
Wars?
No, hell no.
Is there like a hardcore mode?
Yeah, it's called the Iron Man community. Like people go crazy with it. You can only use what you pick up. You can't use any like a certain type of because the game's progressed where they've changed loopholes, so you can't use certain type of modifiers. You can only use certain skills, and they get really strict depending on some of the rules that the people run with. So I could do it. I mean, it's not, but it's very easy in that game to have an oh shit moment where it's like you'd have to do it with all real people because dealing with henchmen is fucking lame. But like, because you could easily over aggro and go and find yourself in a dog shit situation. So, you boys excited for any upcoming games? Well, with the 5090, I get Borderlands 4, and you've been hyping that up.
Been playing Silksong, something cool
Yeah.
gaming. You missed my whole
Dylan's been
gushing
playing
about
the
it.
shit out of Hollow Knight, Silksong. So,
I
I think you played that game, right, Austin? I think
Ghost of Yote's coming out soon. Looking
Yeah.
forward to that one
GTA 6.
next year.
I know, I'm kidding.
Are you?
It's gonna come out in 2027. You watch. It's gonna get delayed again. And
I
it's
think
gonna
of
it's
everything
gonna be
coming out
exclusive on
this
PS6.
year, I'm still probably only really looking forward to Ghost of Yote.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I love Ghost of Tsushima so much.
Silksong, I forgot how like it rekindled my hype. Like it's been what you said 7 years since Hollow
Yeah.
Knight, so I would kind of moved on, and then I started. I was like, oh, I remember everything.
I remember everything.
Started coming
Yote
back.
for sure. I don't know. What are you excited for, Austin? I'm curious to see. Honestly, Battlefield 20, Battlefield 6.
People are hyped
Was
on it.
fun.
It's
I played the beta. That
called
was
Battlefield
fun.
2025.
No.
It's not called that. I'm just kidding.
2043.
2043.
Yeah.
They made a
Um,
sequel to their like one of the worst received Battlefields in a long time.
No, Battlefield 6 actually felt like a Battlefield game. 2042 never did, at all. But Battlefield 6 was. I played that beta a lot, like a whole weekend, and I was like, "This is kind of fun. What the hell? What's going on?" It is like as Call of Duty as Battlefield could ever probably get to. Where
Dying
shit's
Light,
just,
the
like,
Beast
crazy.
looks kind of cool. Did you see the
I heard that.
gameplay at least? I mean, the story is whatever. I'm kind of over zombies. I've been over zombies for years. But
God,
I like the
saturated.
Dying
they
Light games.
really worked on their their parkour system. It looks really smooth. Looks really good.
Outer Worlds 2, Dying Light, Hades 2. Hades 2 is, dude, I played the hell out of that. I own the game. I played the early access version where they only have like half the weapons and like a quarter of the systems. You want to talk about a hard fucking game? That game. Holy shit. And then when your progress constantly resets every time, and you have to go with a new build, which kind of
Roguelite.
like, oh man, yeah. It's
I
total
was
roguelite.
excited for Outer Worlds 2 until they released like a character trailer, and I got bad vibes from it.
Oh no.
Are you hyped for Skate?
No.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I like the Skate series, but like I couldn't care less.
I would have figured you'd be like, yeah.
I love the Skate series and I love skating, but like,
Is this just a remaster or something, or is it a
no?
new
I
game?
mean, it just I'm not into like skate sims too much anymore. Like now, I feel like I don't want to. At a point in time, there was like I want my skateboarding game to feel as realistic as possible and stuff. But then I realized
like no.
I just have more fun playing like Tony Hawk, just arcade stuff that you can't do in real
You can
life.
turn off the gravity.
Yeah, like that's just more fun for a game for me. Like, and that's coming from like a huge skate fan. Like, and when I say skate, I mean skateboarding. But
Is it free to play? Is that what something cool's talking about?
skate?
Is it Skate? It's free play?
I'm not sure. Maybe Outer Worlds too.
I don't know. That's a single player.
It's a single player game. How would
A huge microtransaction.
the upcoming
so.
skate game will be free to play?
Okay. Huh. So bunch of microtransactions. Sick.
Says no pay to win.
But pay to
Pay to.
It's gonna be a live service game. No, I don't give a I do not want a fucking live service skateboarding game. That sounds dumb as hell.
You guys want to know something? So I read a stat like 90% or 92% of all gaming revenue came from free to play games last year.
It makes sense.
And you want to know this one? You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Diablo Immortal. Like to be a whale in that game, like the Uber whales, and there's a lot of these people. It's something like $400,000.
No.
They have like these currencies that cascade into more and more difficult, and you have to like roll for these, and they keep just adding them, and they'll like, it used to be just your weapon, and then they like made it for your chest piece, and then your legs and stuff like that, and so like they just keep adding it to these armors, and it's like 400,000. Someone did a breakdown, and like he just went into a city, and you just see like multiple of these people walking around and shit, and you're just like, huh?
How can
you spent $400,000
on a game?
on a game, on a mobile phone game. Yeah.
Sounds like a waste of time and money, mostly money.
Why is it like? I bet you those same people are like, you believe Nintendo's selling games for $100 now? like, where is the line? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've bought the game. The game is free, okay? But, like, let's say you bought the game. It's like 60, 70, 80 bucks, 90 bucks these days. And then you go over that by, like, one microtransaction. And then two, you need to get a little bit more. Like, you just keep going? How do you spend $500,000 on a mobile game?
Those have to be the people that $400,000 is nothing to them. Like to the point
Okay,
where
is that type of person playing a fucking mobile game?
Probably,
or do they have
because they're
just
bored.
Daddy Warbucks?
they're probably
These are the kinds of people that pay $500,000 to be a part of a golf club. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
they exist.
They're part of a
They're
community.
out there. They just put all their money into this instead of that. You know?
I would rather be a part of a golf club.
Yeah, because you're in the world of golf.
But if you're in the
You're not the world of
I
mobile-
feel like
mobile
that would
gaming.
be better for you. Yeah, I'm not a mobile gamer. You don't understand.
I would not do either. They both of those statements seem dumb as hell. I mean, ludicrous. But
I don't even understand. Like, okay, I've kind of fallen off on Zenless Zone Zero, but I still love it. Just because I'm obsessed with Silksong right now. Zenless is a gotcha, like, you know, it is a game that thrives on money, right? I can't even comprehend how I would spend that much on this game, because it's like maybe it's just how generous they are. I don't think they're generous, but like,
Well, it's been out for a few years, and they've layered on the complexity, and I think it's part of it is
like at one point, do you get diminishing returns for like,
what you're already there.
you know? Because it's
You're
like,
spending like $1,000 to get 1%.
I told you how much I spent on the one character, and that was to get them fully maxed out. Like that character is completed, goated, and that was still below 1,000. So how are they paying 400,000?
Well, I think it's probably kind of what Kyle was talking about, where you get into this culture, you get into this world, and then if you aren't paying out that kind of money, then you're not one of them.
yeah,
And it's like, oh, dude, what are you broke? You little pussy? You little broke bitch?
yeah.
You're not gonna.
It's the status of it.
Yeah. Oh, come on, you can't be in this guild. You're not.
You didn't spend
You don't have
$400,000.
whatever.
That's
It's like
crazy.
weird.
Do you think some of
On
them?
top of that, I bet
But how do you feel good about how
There's
do you
probably,
feel powerful? You just swiped your credit card.
there's probably a good amount of people that aren't rich that sacrificed everything for that too. Like sold their house. And
I took out a home equity line of credit.
Yeah, just
home equity line of credit, or
Lost my home.
you know,
cashiers,
or just applied for credit cards up the wazoo and
Live with
spent
their
hundreds
parents.
of thousands of dollars in debt on credit
probably
cards.
a few of those. Well, do you know how they
Like-
get away with some of the fees? Because you can't just spend that kind of money through the app store. They'll flag it, and also the revenue share will kill them. So what they do is they offer a bonus on because it's made by Blizzard. They use their launcher on PC called BattleNet, and you can buy the packs on there, and you get 30% bonus points if you buy them on there.
Oh.
So you're buying them on the PC platform, which is straight to them. They're not paying a vendor fee through Apple or Android or whatever, because it's a roundabout way. So you buy those supporter packs or whatever the hell they call them, buy the coins that way, and they don't have to split the revenue. That has to be their highest, not their highest. Maybe World of Warcraft's probably still king, but the highest margin game they have, and it's probably not even close. I've played it for a little bit. It's fun. But my God, no, I'm
You're
never
gonna spend
doing
400,000.
I never even thought to spend
That's
5
insane.
cents.
That's
I don't know. It just doesn't.
Activision Blizzard reported $7.4 billion in revenue in 2024,
From
just in general. But
that's kind of
Activision
lower
Blizzard-
than I would have thought. Activision Blizzard.
Yeah,
That was their top line revenue?
7.4 in 2024 billion.
That seems low. You've got still 10 million active users on World of Warcraft spending $15 a month minimum. And then every once in a while they'll come out with a $100 mount skin that people will buy. Huh.
That's crazy.
Whereas Microsoft for 2024,
I'm going to say 200 billion.
what do you think?
180.
180? Even more.
Yeah, 800 billion. I don't even know.
You were close. 245 billion. Chump
Value.
change. Chump change.
See, Diablo doesn't have enough Uber whales. That's why Blizzard isn't doing as well.
You guys need to step it up.
It's
Austin, you need to be putting the overtime in. You need to be swiping that credit card to play Diablo Immortal.
One of my friends, he has a story about how he was in this Discord and
They're called Krakens. Nice job, Malachi.
Yes. He was in a Discord with a whale, and he said it was so interesting to see how, like, nonchalant they were about spending money. Because I'm trying to remember the exact story, but it was like in the group chat, they were curious, like, I wonder what this actual statistics of this pool is and whatever. And the guy's like, I tested out, and he spent like $2,000 just to for them to figure out what the actual pool rates or the and it's like, what the fuck, like what?
different world, man.
But at that
Different
point, $2,000 to him is probably pennies on the dollar. Of like, I'll just there you go.
Some people don't deserve that wealth.
And I do.
people. And I
So I can
deserve
play
it.
Zenless on Zero. Well, think about when you were the most addicted to that game. If you had access to capital.
But that's the thing is, like I'm saying, I don't know how I would spend that amount. Because, like I said, I was under 1,000. I was, it was like over multiple weeks, 500. And I was done. Like there was me spending more money would not have gotten me anything
So
else.
they didn't have the proper whaling systems in
Yeah,
place.
so it's like Zenless, they don't have a system built of.
Are you sure that's 100% min-maxed? There's not anything else that you could have eked out. Also, PvP is not really prevalent in that game.
I could
Diablo Immortal is PvP, so you can battle other people your level. So you want to be the top dick in that.
Well, yeah. So I mean, multiple characters, but that was for that specific, time frame. It
Yeah.
was that one character. I guess I could have the weapon, which is another gotcha pool. I got it once. I didn't get all 6 copies of that.
So you're not even maxed out. You need to go back and max.
So I guess that would have doubled the price. But even then, that's if my luck stands too, because
So
it's all
right
luck
now-
based.
you're a sperm whale. You're not a humpback.
I'm a dolphin.
The Mega Millions lottery is at like 1.7 billion right now.
That's what I heard.
It's at 2.
So
2 billion.
Yeah.
2 billion now. So you win it. What is the most irresponsible thing you do with your money? Like, because obviously,
Probably
gonna
giving
be
way
something.
too much money to my friends. Like everybody, if I make that kind of money, everyone's coming
So
along
that's-
with me.
that's
We're going
that's
together.
generous, and that is but that's not irresponsible. What's
Yeah.
the most irresponsible thing you do? Because there's gonna be something, right?
Probably like getting really silly with smart home tech that make no sense. Like having every room set, like building a server room that has the capability where every wall could plug into a computer with a 5090 in it or something.
Or
Something
like-
so obnoxious where it's like, what the fuck is the use case? And the use case is like, maybe I host a party that leverages it once a year. And you're just like, what the fuck? But I wouldn't really go cars. I would go like
Do you
crazy
ever,
cool features.
Do
and
you ever
hookers and blow,
drop
of course,
$400,000 into a game?
There's zero chance I would do that. I would actually vomit if I ever did that.
It would not affect you financially.
It wouldn't, but I still would puke. Like, I would not be proud of myself.
What would be the most irresponsible thing you do?
Most irresponsible thing I do.
Well, okay, because I think there's time frames too. It's like right when I get the money versus like, for me, I don't think it'd be irresponsible, but I would
Irresponsible
like a
maybe
custom-
the wrong word. I mean,
yeah.
it's not irresponsible if it doesn't hurt you financially, right? And if you're that rich, then it's not by
Long
definition
term-
not irresponsible. But I'm just
Long term, I would get a fully like modeled out DeLorean that looks like Back to the Future.
yeah. I would buy every console that's ever been made, and I would not
That'd be
care
cool.
what.
Wait, like, not everyone that's ever been made. Like, eat one of each, right?
Yeah, not buy everyone.
I was like, everyone who owns a PS2, it's now mine. Like, wait,
I
what?
would buy ever since the
Go to the ends
inception
of
of
the
the console. I would buy every single one that's ever been made, and I would have basically like my own
In a display
in-house
case.
museum.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but short term, within 2 weeks of when you get the money, like that's the time frame. For me,
I'm not doing anything irresponsible in 2 weeks. I'm getting a lawyer and I'm
Okay,
getting the best.
okay.
Like
yes, but
That's
in-
100% the first step that I'm doing. I'm building a full plan,
yeah.
stocking away money. Like, I know. We're so not.
we're in the dream
These
world
people.
right now, guys.
We literally are gonna like set ourselves up that everything fucking blows up. We're set.
No,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm buying like
You get a team of
gold.
lawyers.
Like, I'm putting $1 million in a gold just fucking cuz or whatever.
You get a team of lawyers, financial advisors. You get a team of lawyers before you even cash out the money, because they're going to help you set everything up. I looked it up.
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't.
you-
I would never actually pay. I would never go to lawyers. I would go to a full shop financial advisory firm who would set up trusts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they'd point me to like, because the lawyers, yeah, they're so expensive. But
you get all of that stuff in place before you even cash it in.
Yeah.
and then, what's the first like few things?
After you've set up your plan to be set for life, then and your next generations.
What's
and all
the
that.
irresponsible thing you do short term?
Probably
Like,
telling people that I won the lottery. That's the most irresponsible thing.
That
because
is-
then everybody.
Yeah, that's a boring answer, but it's true.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was going to
I
say,
won the lottery. Hey, where's my money?
I wouldn't tell anybody.
but there would be signs. No.
I don't know if
I
you
would-
could hide $2 billion.
Yeah.
No, like at my work. Like I would.
You wouldn't work anymore. I would go out in
I'm the-
flames.
I'm the kind of person that I would work until they hired a replacement.
Dude,
I would.
I'm kind of like, I'm there with you. Like, I would put in my 2 weeks notice. Like, what? I don't know. That's who I am, too. I'd be like, put in my notice, guys.
I'd be
Won the
like,
lottery.
I'm quitting. And I will stay here until you have someone adequate to take over. And I wouldn't just not show up.
Yeah.
Because
I'd
I'm
sell that
single.
guy. Ooh. Oh, he's got something stewing.
Yeah. I'd go probably strip club.
And drop 400,000.
Not 400,000.
What's the dollar amount? That's very irresponsible. To throw money.
I would say a couple thousand.
No way. You would spend way more than that, brother. There's no
If
shot.
I was like,
You've had nights where you've gotten close to that now.
Yeah. If
Like, let's be fucking real.
If money is no longer a problem,
I'd spend $1,000 to strip
a
club.
couple thousand. I mean, the high.
I could see you spending 15 to 20.
Jesus.
Oh, 100%. Maybe even more. If you're like, hey, I'm going to take us and a group of friends to get some fancy, bottle service.
Yeah,
at
bottle
the
service, lap dance, and you'd fly everyone private down to fucking Vegas to go to the
Yeah.
number one club. Like,
100
you'd
grand
go all out.
one night.
So see, that's my irresponsible thing. That's
Yeah.
my stupid. That's what I do.
I'd probably try to book a flight to outer space. You know, like how they do the flight and then you fall
Yeah.
back. Or I'd probably do something like that. I don't know. Even though I say that, that doesn't really even interest me. I don't know. I don't know because that's just not going to happen. I don't play the lottery. Maybe I should buy a ticket. How does it work? Do you have to buy one every month?
And that once they do a round
Every
of calling,
drawing.
like every drawing, your other ticket is voided. So you have to buy one every time they do a drawing.
Jesus.
And they draw every week.
Oh, every week.
You got to go to Gold Ranch.
What's that?
That's the closest place because
That sells
Nevada, you can't actually buy lottery tickets in Nevada because the casino conglomerates don't want the
They
competition.
control that. That's
Yeah.
why I don't know that much about the lottery system because it's never really been a thing here.
You have to go to Gold Ranch because it's on the border and
Get
on the
quick,
way to-
quick pick.
What if I asked
$5
you?
quick pick.
Hear me out. I'm asking you this question about him.
Okay.
I say, hey, next Tuesday when we're gonna go live, on your way in, buy me a lottery ticket because it's on his way,
Not
He
really,
wins.
but sure.
and he buys it, and he gives it to me, and I pay him for the ticket,
Yeah.
and then I win. Does he sue me?
He could.
No. I don't. I'm saying his
Does he?
personality. Does he?
I have a hard time seeing him do that.
I don't think I would.
You'd be coming along with me.
Yeah, because we.
But if I ever won, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to get too mushy with you guys, but if I became a billionaire, you guys would all be multimillionaires.
Like, I'm paying off your house. Like, we're having LAN parties every fucking weekend. Like, you want to go on a vacation? Let's fucking rent out a cruise boat. Like,
I would tell both of you guys to quit your jobs and say we are paying to promote this podcast. And we are
the marketing budget for this podcast
would go
just went
through the roof.
Could you imagine, like, just ads? Every billboard in this city is the Katie Ratio podcast.
You know how I would announce it to you guys if I won? I would get us together for a dinner. I would have it personally, like a private chef come in and cook us Wagyu steaks.
Shit.
Me and Billy
And cook us like
Dude.
Wagyu A7, A5, or whatever the steaks. And
Never even had A5.
yeah, if that ever happened, you know I won that.
We show up. me and
we're
Billy
going
are
to a
like,
private chef here.
What?
Yeah, I mean, like, you're talking. This isn't. We're not talking like, oh, I won $5 million. That's
Yeah.
totally different. We're talking about $2 billion.
Yeah.
After taxes, you set all that shit aside, whatever it is. Like,
So-
you're talking about you got cash in hand $1 billion.
Yeah, what is it's typically like 30% they take off of that?
Yeah. The last drawing was on Saturday. Nobody won, so it's only going to get higher for this next one. I mean, I don't
That's
know how
just
much higher than
insane.
2.1 billion it can get, but it'll
See,
slowly.
I mean,
inch
like,
its
that
way up.
is. I think we looked it up. Like, the GDP of Nevada is like
$2
$300
billion, 30%, you get 1.4 billion.
Like, the interest on that alone is like hundreds of $1,000s a day. Like, I would take care of as many people as I knew so that they never felt like they needed money from me. I'm actually like less concerned about that. I would have no problem, like, if people were gross about it, cutting them off. Be like, no, like,
I'd
get
have
the fuck
really,
outta
like I
here.
said, I'd have really good lawyers though.
Yeah,
You'd have to.
you'd have to.
Yeah.
When you're playing a different game at that level.
Yeah.
And then, like, you take care of the people you care about. They turn sour. You just cut the relationship off, and you don't feel bad about it. And then you make sure you build your nest egg. And then, dude, I'm quitting my job. Like, and then I'm just having fun. I'm just doing fun shit for the rest of my life.
I would, no joke, I would put a lot of money into this podcast just for fun.
Yeah,
Like I would get like a nice studio. I would like, get
Dude,
the top
we'd
line
fly out
equipment.
guests.
Yeah,
Like, fucking. Hey,
I
we
would-
really like this game. It could be an indie game. We fly out
Yeah.
the whole dev team.
yeah,
you
like
know?
if you had the money to do that, then do it.
Have fun with it.
Like,
Do whatever the hell you want.
Do you know how it works, Kyle? Of like, so the 2 billion one,
yeah.
nobody won the 5+ Powerball.
Okay.
2 people won they won 1.5 mil,
Yeah.
which is pretty good. But I mean, that's not 2 billion. But the next draw for Powerball, which was yesterday, it was only like 33 million. Like, what happened to the billion if nobody won it? It doesn't go away. It shouldn't.
Is that maybe they don't draw that one every week?
Maybe they hold it to see if there's a
maybe
winner.
it is monthly or bi-weekly.
Maybe it's
Malachi,
different.
you know? Anybody in the chat know how is the Powerball nationwide
Mega Million drawing.
or whatever
Held twice a week.
states
Yeah, I think it's
participate?
nationwide,
Whatever states participate.
or it's just California.
Mega Millions are drawn twice a week, but how often is the big one drawn?
Shit, they need to call it Mega Billions now.
Yeah. Well, that's Powerball. Powerball's the
Oh.
one. Mega Million is at 358 million.
All right, how often is
Today.
Powerball drawn then?
I mean, I would still like to
Power.
win 358 million. I would like to win any of these.
Powerball is drawn every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Okay. $1 billion. 37% is the average amount of tax taken out of a $1 billion jackpot.
30%?
37. Still over $1 billion.
Now struggling now.
Now you're starting to take too much. I don't know how often they draw on the 1 point.
I don't know.
Oh wait, Powerball just reset to 20 million after $1.7 billion win.
Oh, there was 2 winners in Texas and Missouri for the billion. Apparently, Malachi
They
says.
just won.
Oh,
Someone just won, huh? And they
2
split
people
it.
just split it.
damn.
Well, there goes our
So they're
chance. How
fine.
dare we not win a lottery we didn't participate in? Fuck.
What is the
Dream
So what is that?
squashed.
How much is a lottery ticket?
So much for getting Silksong's
So $5
development
quick
team
pick.
on our podcast.
So you're basically competing. You have a 1 in. If it's out of 2 billion, you have a 1 in 400 million chance.
You're more likely to die on the way to get the ticket than to win. That's legit. Your odds of dying are higher.
Yeah.
But someone still does
But
win.
$5 quick pick, and that's where you don't
That's a
choose
lot
the
of-
numbers.
That's a lot of money.
I heard that you're statistically more likely to become a self-made billionaire than you are to win the billion.
Oh, hey, that makes total sense. If it's 1 in half a million,
Half a
or
billion.
no, half a billion, yeah, chance.
One in
1 in 292.2 million. And then you
So you're telling me
imagine
there's a
winning,
chance-
like it goes that high, and then you have to split it with some jackass from Missouri.
Nick, you fucking,
You're like, fucking hell, you stole my Billy.
you stole my Billy.
I'd Billy Strut.
I saw this guy. I saw this news story. He got divorced, and then like a week later, won like a multi-million-dollar
Oh
lottery.
yeah, I saw that too.
And the wife had to pay him alimony because like that was all settled like a week before, and then he
Yeah.
won millions. And so he
Honestly though, if she re-ups that, gets a lawyer, like that'd be super easy to overturn. That's just for
she did an
clickbait.
interview and she was like, "I just want to stop paying. Like, good for
Yeah.
him, he won, but like I just don't want to pay." And like that's like the most reasonable take ever.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I earned that $500,000.
She,
No.
and someone asked her, they're like, "Would you go back to him now that?" And she was like, "Absolutely not."
Like it was like the most level-headed.
Yeah.
That's why it probably didn't go viral because of that. It was like, oh, you're a reasonable take, not a bullshit.
You're a
artist.
normal person.
Yeah, like, oh, you're not that crazy person that knows doesn't know 3 planets in our solar system. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Nike a planet?
Is Nike a planet?
I don't know. Fuck. TikTok. It's like 6 letters, right? So like, what is that? 1 planet?
What kind of media? Do you
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, where is this
Well, you
example
see
from?
these like people get interviewed.
I
and you're
see
like,
it all
what
the time.
The fuck? What's 6 times 6? Oh fuck, man, I'm so bad at geography.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to know what you're watching because
I was watching, obviously on a much smaller scale, but Concerned Ape. His real name is, I think, Eric Baroni. He's the developer of Stardew Valley. That guy's worth like 50 million now from one game.
he's sole developer.
Sole developer. So
Of
he
Stardew?
of Stardew.
Oh wow.
He did everything from scratch. The music, the level design, the programming, the art style, the storyline. That was all him. But because he did all of that himself, he has reaped all the rewards. That game's super popular and is worth like 50 million.
Wow.
And his new game, he's also just solo.
Yeah.
Even though
Wow,
he
he
blew
went
up.
right back to work. Huh?
He does have a
He
team
didn't
now.
think to scale. Oh, he does.
That he is now creative director for. It's still a very small team, but they're the ones that continue the work on Stardew.
Because they're like
Updates
patching
and
it and
patching and stuff like
Smart.
adding.
that. But he
Keep the gravy train
he
rolling.
told I was watching him on all podcasts. He was on this was
Katie
a while
Ratio.
ago. He was on ours. He was on Tiger Belly, which is what's that guy's name? The Asian guy, the comedian Bobby Lee. It's
Bobby
his
Lee?
podcast. Bobby Lee is like the biggest Stardew Valley fan ever. He's got like over 1,000 hours in it.
Damn.
His farm is incredible. Anyways, he was on his podcast and he was talking about it. And basically, he did odd jobs here and there, but his wife worked full time to support him while he did nothing but develop this game for 4 years straight. he didn't even really know much about game development. He just had this
Brute
vision,
forced
like
his
he
way
wanted
in.
to do it. And so for 4 years, they're just struggling. And she stuck with him, supported him financially while he did this because he kept saying, like, I feel like this is going to be the thing. And it ended up being a huge thing. And now they're millionaires. Like, there's probably so many
American
times.
dream right there.
There are probably so many times that people were talking to her like, you need to leave, dump his ass. He doesn't
He's
do
just
anything.
playing video games all
playing
day. He's
video
not
games
even
in the
making
basement,
it.
not doing-
He's
And
quality
she
testing
must
him.
feel so like vindicated,
Yeah.
that she stuck with him while he
For
was working
sure.
on that.
Those like crusaders, man. It either works or you're the crazy dude.
Or you should have left his ass.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like
And there's just as probably even more stories of that than there is success stories.
Right.
It's crazy.
So we are more likely to make our own game and become billionaires than win the lottery. So,
maybe not billionaires, but we are more likely to become millionaires by making our own game than winning the lottery.
So we should get on it.
What if we created a game called Diablo Mortal?
And you specifically pay money.
And whatever money you paid, when
To
you
move.
die, you got to restart.
No, and to move. Like, oh, you want to move left 1 pixel? $2.
That's a microtransaction.
Micro. Tiny.
Transaction.
But in order to move, if you want to attack, $10.
One attack, $10, but the gameplay experience.
Craziest thing about Stardew, it being as successful as it is, there's no microtransactions. There's been a ton of DLC. None of it has ever been paid. It has all been free.
They just come out with like an expansion and it's free.
They come out with new stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm. They're not really expansions. He's just all his updates have new stuff.
Yeah, like
Not expansion,
building
DLC,
materials.
like just
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
And it's like the most like gamer focused approach to a game ever, and people love him for it. But he'd be literally worth hundreds of millions.
I was gonna say he could have milked that cow.
if
hard.
he had like turned it into a microtransaction gotcha type thing, but he didn't, because that's not why he made the game. The more I learned about this guy, the more I really like.
Respect it.
Yeah, I respect it. And Stardew is a really good game too.
You love that game.
Yeah.
It's good. And I also read a story that like before he fully started on his chocolatier walrus,
Haunted Chocolatier.
haunted chocolatier, that's his next game.
Oh boy.
He had a really hard time to stop making stuff for Stardew.
He
Because
loved
it's
it
his
that
baby.
much.
He loved it that much that like he had to like
That's
fully
his
be
all.
like, okay, like I gotta work on my new game. Like
It came out in like 2016, Stardew Valley, and he had been working on it for 4 years before that. So we're talking like almost 15 years of his life has been on this. So I get it.
what made it take off? Like who discovered it? Or how did he market it?
He had blogs.
Blogs?
Yeah. And
Kickstarter, probably.
I don't, he might have had some stuff on Kickstarter, but he said it was actually a relatively inexpensive thing to make for the most part. But he was blogging his journey the whole way.
As he
As he was
developed
going,
it?
yeah, and he had developed a fan base before the game even came out,
Oh,
because he
okay.
was constantly talking about his game that's coming out. This is what he's doing, and he was getting feedback too, like we'd like it if you had this system, you know. And then when it came out, it was really popular, and then it became super popular on Switch, which gave it like a second life when it launched on Switch, and then so on and so forth, mobile. It's on
Consoles.
everything, console, PC. So it just was like word of mouth, really.
That's
that made it blow up.
pretty lucky. Like, cause it makes me wonder how many games are out there that,
That are on that level that just are unheard of.
yeah.
Probably a good amount.
And then you see all those crappy, have you seen all those crappy AI ones on PlayStation Store
Yeah.
that are like, how the fuck
How do
is
they
this?
even get licensed to sell on this platform?
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
And it's like Puppy Rescue 5. Like, what is this?
I am having a lot of fun with that Stardew clone, Coral Island.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like, I say what you want about the cozy
I love cozy games.
cozy game genre, but like it's fun.
For me, I do think though, a cozy game. Help me analyze this, Kyle. Why do I like Stardew Valley, but I get more easily bored with Animal Crossing than Stardew? I feel like Animal Crossing is very surface level.
Yeah.
Like there's not depth to the systems. I guess that maybe.
There's more depth, and I feel like Stardew and Coral Island, which is literally just Stardew, but it's like there's like a monetary reward system for like actually there's like monetary value to your farm. You make it look nice, you get like a lot of money in return. I think a lot of it also has to do with characters. One of the more fun aspects of that is developing relationships with the townsfolk, like, you know, and stuff like that. And but I get what you're saying. I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what. Obviously, that we're outside the norm because people love Animal Crossing.
Yeah, and so it's like I enjoyed a little bit. Like I played it.
Like games like my wife was really into Disney Dreamlight Valley. That one. Never.
Is it very similar to Animal Crossing?
Yeah, it's just Disney characters, but like that one did not. That one would not do it for me.
I think it is it's very shallow. The systems are very shallow.
Yeah.
Because like if you think of Stardew, for example, versus Animal Crossing, you have cave diving, right? Or cave the dungeon. You have fishing. You have farming. You have building relationships with villagers and like actual like relationship meters.
Yeah.
Versus Animal Crossing, you find bugs. You can fish, but it's mainly just for your museum. You can plant stuff, but it's not as in depth. It's like you just plant it, you water it, and it grows. I guess, yeah, I would say it's maybe that's why.
Coral Island even has like diving mechanics and underwater stuff, and you can develop a whole farm underwater.
Oh wow!
And there's like mer people.
Mer people.
And you can develop like relationships with these mer folk.
Who are you romancing?
I have not chosen yet, and I'm on year 2 already. I've been getting the hearts up on everybody just so I have my pick when I decide who I want. But I've been more focused on like developing my farm.
To be honest, I've never romanced anybody in Stardew.
Really?
Something always happens that like pulls me away from the game before I get.
It takes a long time.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
And I will say, like, unlike a lot of people who could just play one game for hundreds of hours, that's not really me. I will get burnt out eventually, and I won't touch it for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gradual for sure.
Like I think I was trying to romance Abigail, and you have to get her the purple amethysts.
Yeah. I romanced in Stardew Valley. I think her name was Maru. She was like the
engineer.
The stargazer girl. Yeah.
It's a fun game.
It was a fun game.
Have you heard anything? Did he talk about what is
Haunted Chocolatier?
Haunted Chocolatier.
It's going to be very similar to Stardew Valley. Basically, you inherit a chocolate shop.
And it's haunted.
And he said that it is going to put more of an emphasis on combat.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's like Stardew Valley in the sense that you are in a small town, you own a chocolate shop. The whole purpose is to become renowned and make money off of that. But he said that there's going to be a heavier focus on combat than there was in Stardew, which is funny because the name of Haunted Chocolatier you wouldn't think, but there must be some spooky element to it or something.
It's gonna be like Luigi's Mansion. You have the vacuum.
When I looked at the trailer for it,
they have a trailer out.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell exactly. I mean, it looks like Stardew though, but it does show a lot of like swordplay and like in the woods, like fighting people and stuff.
Is it the same type of top-down combat like the dungeons?
The engine looks identical.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the exact same. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm excited. he's definitely earned like my trust in that his game's going to be good. That's how I felt about.
Even if every game he makes from here on out sucked, doesn't matter. He gave us Stardew Valley, and he did that. It was a pure love letter.
Yeah.
And he actually said he's not a fan of the term cozy game. He's like, I accept that I created this genre basically that everyone has now mimicked and emulated, and they call it the cozy game genre. He's like, but I never really thought about that in my head. It was more just like a RPG.
It's more an RPG, a farm sim.
Yeah. But I'm like, you know what? You can say that, but like, kind of is what it is. It's like a fighter pilot doesn't choose their nickname. It's given to them by their peers, you know?
Well, and I feel like, isn't there something with that? I mean, I'm sure there's with developers and like the Souls-like, where they're like, well, yeah, I don't like to think of it as a Souls-like.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Doesn't matter.
you took so much.
Like, it's not really up to the developer to choose what it is. It's the player.
That's how I feel a similar way about Team Cherry, the people that did Hollow Knight, because they're a smaller studio, and the when I played it, I don't remember if the DLC was already out or if it was coming out, but I want to say it was free, and that blew my mind. You know, I was like, what? And it's fun. It's a fun DLC. So I'm happy that small developers get recognition.
We've talked about this before on the
Yeah.
podcast, but last couple of years has really been like indie developers have really shined.
I still want to know though, how do you find them? Like if it wasn't word, or I guess it has to be word of mouth.
Yeah.
Because how many are we missing?
If you're lucky, you get some big name YouTuber to check your game out.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's one of the cool things about the Twitch community, I would say, is there's coalitions of teams and stuff. And I know like Asmongold's a huge supporter of indies, but he's definitely not the only one. Where they'll do like indie game showcases, and they'll come on, and it'll be just idea pitch and some graphics, and maybe some people have like a prototype game built or whatever it is, and they'll just talk about it, and then they'll raise money for that game right there, or they'll vote which game wins, and then they'll raise money from that, or they'll donate a prize pool money of like, hey, here's $20,000 that can go to the development of that game. I think
Like,
that's actually pretty cool.
Markiplier
Who's that guy? Yeah.
has done wonders for the micro/indie horror
Yeah, because he plays
department. That's all he plays.
every single day. Pretty
They're
much.
either micro games or indie games, but he has done wonders for that genre. And
Great
those
example.
developers.
Who's that? Duke Dunkey?
Donkey.
Video Donkey? Or
Yeah, Video
Game
Donkey.
Donkey?
He does a bunch of indie like game support stuff
He
too.
started his own development company.
Yeah. So, not development, production or producer, right? Like where he
production
Yeah.
company?
Yeah.
they just promote, like they pick ideas and then they'll support
They
them
promote
with
'em.
funding and stuff and promote them, which is a huge platform.
That's another thing I'd do if I was worth billions. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could be fucked to play shitty indie games all day, but like,
I mean, I
know
would
there's
only
some
put
of
money
them,
if
but-
I had faith in what it is.
If you played and it's good, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's garbage, you're like,
You're like, I see what you're going for here, but
garbage.
That meeting did not go well. He made fart noises. So we should probably rethink what.
Hi, our game's name is Get the Fuck Out of Here.
I played it. It's garbage.
Ass.
You just make you walk in, you go. That's the
You
only
come dressed to a meeting like that?
no. That's the only noise you make the whole meeting. Whenever they try and
Every
talk.
He just become like
every
just a
filler
weird-
word they use, yeah.
weird, quirky, like eccentric billionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
He only ever talks and farts. It's
Yeah.
so weird.
I'm like that SpongeBob episode. Your presentation is total dog shit.
We don't know why he does that. It's not a known psychological disorder.
It's called billionaireism.
It's rich people, man. They
called
just
Billy.
do weird things.
In there.
Billionaire.
Syndrome.
I remember I never really thought about being a billionaire. I don't think pop culture had ever thought about becoming a billionaire because it seemed so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then that song, I want to be a billionaire.
So fucking bad.
And
Buy all the things I know.
and I think that like shifted culture of like, I don't want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire.
So
bad.
freaking bad. And he talks about playing basketball with
Especially in today's
Obama.
world.
And
Like I'm not even sure $1 million. Like if you won $1 million, you pay the taxes on that. Can that buy you? That can kind of you're left with 60 cents on a dollar basically is what you said. So $600,000. That doesn't even buy you a middle of the road home in our city.
in our city, that buys you a very average house.
A very average.
Very
house.
average.
And that's not including any of the taxes that you're gonna have to pay on.
That buys you
or
a
anything.
very average 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
Not even 4-bedroom.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is totally off topic, but it just reminded me. I saw this article. So new Madden came out, right? Garbage game anyways, but whatever. Some people like it.
Some people.
When's the last time you played a sports game? So you're not qualified to answer that.
No, but I
So
know.
shut
Played
the
FIFA this
fucking
morning.
mouth.
Yeah, I did.
That's class.
The one that has like, well, no, actually they all do microtransactions.
All microtransactions.
Yeah.
But get this, they have licensed music, right? They censored their music, okay? I don't think you guys can guess what word they censored in a song.
Something stupid.
Microtransaction.
So the song says, "Bring me violence, kill the silence." Out of that one, what do you think they censored?
Kill.
Violence.
They censored silent violence?
Not kill, just violence. When I read that, I was like, what the fuck? In a game in a contact sport game.
Violence. I don't understand.
He's got
it.
violent intentions.
What is it rated? Does that make it teen if they say violence?
I don't know.
If that's the case, that's a stupid rule.
Yeah.
Stupid. All these
I don't
trigger
understand
words.
we're literally creating a new language or
Unalive.
at least a new lingo
SA.
with all of the stuff that people say to not get demonetized. It's crazy. Like unaliving or
SA.
Which is
saying,
literally what I don't
or-
understand. That's what are we talking about there?
yeah.
We all know what we're saying.
Or you can't say guns. They pew pews. they come up with all these,
Can't say violence.
but I'm like,
it doesn't trigger me.
that just seems like really awful to society to be afraid of words. You know,
You
words,
take the impact away
Words are
from 'em.
words. They use them to describe things that happen. Those could be very terrible things, but you're taking away
Their
like
use.
the power of it. Unaliving sounds like a joke half the time people say that.
He unalived himself.
Like,
It's like, what?
And it means the same fucking thing. So,
Yeah.
like, what those letters and those characters in that string bother someone? I don't know.
anyway.
And again, and then all you do is you give power more to those words.
That could be a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
Not fit for a nerd podcast.
No, but I just thought that was amazing that Madden, they censor the word violence but not kill.
I thought they'd censor kill. It must be a rating, an ESRB thing.
And that's crazy
Yeah.
That's a stupid rule if that's the case.
for a song.
Madden.
And just so you know, the song is by The Warning. They ended up on Madden.
By who?
The Warning. They made it.
Wow.
They hit the big leagues.
Whoa.
They're in Madden game now.
You better start playing Madden.
Maybe. Just play they only have one song. Just play it on repeat the whole time.
I kind of want to host a LAN party before the baby comes. One last
That'd be fun.
shindig. Should get the
EA
guys
Sports
together.
Madden 26 is rated E for everyone. So it has to be
Grill out a bunch
something
of
with that.
They got to get all those baby gamblers, you know?
Saying violence to push it to T or something.
And if my 6-year-old was just started shouting, I'm violent, like I wouldn't be bothered by it.
Bring me violence.
Yeah.
Kill the silence.
Yeah. Watch your mouth. You don't say violence. You say harmful intentions.
Almost every study ever conducted has determined that video games don't actually influence people's behavior either. Like, not in that way. Like, when they say, like, violent video games make violent people, that is just not the case.
Do you think we're finally past them blaming video games?
And it's been a while.
I don't think they've stopped blaming. I think they've just died out.
They've also shifted the blame. So, like, depending on what side of the party you're on.
Now it's social media.
It's immediately like it's going to be an argument for gun control or it's going to be an argument for mental health control. And they just never want to meet on anything. And it's weird because it shifts on which side of the political line people say what's needed. Mm-hmm. And you just want something different than what they want to fix a problem.
Yeah.
Like,
or they blame a different boogeyman, yeah.
I'm glad we're out of the what works. I feel like, though, they did in one of the recent shootings.
Well, yeah, when the guy killed someone over a Madden game, like he lost in Madden.
Yeah,
like people went back to his car, got a gun.
People kill people over things all the time.
You get cut off in traffic. Should you ban cars? And it's like
more people kill people during road rage incidents.
Yeah, exactly.
Than, But we are out of the woods with some of the, like, Mass Effect 1, the controversy that caused in 2007 because of the graphic sexual content, which is the most tame, like, NCIS sex scene. Like,
now we have, like, full-on porn games.
Now we have Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, like, Baldur's Gate especially.
You're banging a wolf.
A bear.
A bear?
Yeah. Like, Baldur's Gate is on another level. And can you imagine if a game like that came out in 2007?
They would have died.
They would have burned it at the stake.
Yeah.
So
when do we get full on?
They're still coming for it though. You guys heard about the religious group that came after Steam and actually got it to ban.
Well, it was Visa, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Visa and PayPal.
The payment processing companies came after Steam because they had games that featured incest. And so these group of ladies basically pounded the table and got Visa to put pressure on them. And so what happened? So Steam had to take off like their whole library. Not their whole library, but like a huge chunk of the library. Because
all the good games.
There was all that like incest games, whatever. But then it extended immediately. It was like it extended to other games. I forget, there was a couple games that were like really popular that they had to take off, and gamers fought back, and they ended up, I think, they ended up putting it back on there. But like, who the fuck are these payment processors to just?
Yeah, you're not allowed to buy this game
if you can't. Like, do you understand the impact that's like Steam is completely at their mercy? Like, Visa will no longer do business with Steam. Like,
yeah.
How does Steam function?
Yeah.
That's why they just give in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you think about all the other stuff that they have power and influence over that, like, oh, we don't want you doing that behavior anymore. Like, let's clean it up. Like, like how much power and influence they have. They are your literal business.
In GTA 4, there was a huge thing because you could drive drunk. In that game, you could drink and then get behind the wheel. And that caused a big uproar. And GTA 5, you could drive drunk too, and nothing even happens anymore. Because, like, I feel like, I don't know, society de-evolved.
We're back.
In GTA 4, like I said, you could drive drunk. There was a group of women called like Mothers Against Drunk Drivers or something like that. And they caused a big enough uproar that they actually, what they did to appease them is they added dialogue to where Nico, when he's driving drunk, he goes, "Oh, I shouldn't be doing this." And like says, "Oh, this is not a smart idea." and they added dialogue just to like get them off their backs. So now if you ever drive drunk in GTA 4 and he says that, just know it's because of that group, like Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. Like,
Oh no, I'm all drunk.
he's like, this is not a smart idea.
If only they knew what else happened in
Yeah, I'm like, I have everything that happens in GTA. That's what you're worried about. Let me be clear. I am not advocating for drunk driving, but
Definitely
that
not.
game, all of the GTAs, there's just different levels.
Prostitutes,
Yeah.
murdering, robbing.
Can you imagine a shooter where like you're like playing MW2, no Russian? You're like shooting. Man, we should not be doing this. This is not a good idea.
Oh no! Why am I doing that?
I like how that was enough to silence the entire movement. Like
They were
2
like,
lines
oh,
of
okay.
dialogue.
They didn't know how to fight that when when
Um,
Rockstar added that.
They're like, yeah, that works.
Anything else we want to chat about?
I don't think so. That was a big sigh. I think that means we're done.
You gonna be here for next week?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be here for next week?
Maybe.
Are you
Here's the
going
real
to play Hollow
tell.
Knight by next week?
Probably not Hollow Knight, but next week now.
Here's the
Kyle?
real tell that I've won $1 billion. You would never see me again. It's completely disappeared.
We never even hear text from him. We're like, where's...
It'll be like
mean-
Shawshank Redemption. Like go find a rock in the middle of nowhere under a tree, and I'm in that place that I once mentioned, and my memory is like, oh fuck, can't remember.
We go there, just in lunchbox.
I leave a series of clues. You guys have to like figure out what happened to me.
They're extremely difficult. They take years to figure out, and then we finally find you, and it's like, he was on the moon the whole time.
Finally find it, and I have my chef and Wagyu steaks ready.
Rotted out.
I've been monitoring you
Yeah.
this whole time.
I'm watching.
Dylan, I thought you would get that clue a little bit faster, honestly.
Well, where can people find us?
They can find us right here on YouTube, where we stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We come to you live. We talk about video games, movies, nerdy things, and we like to chat with y'all. And subscribe, leave a like, comment, let us know how we're doing, what you're doing, what you're playing. Hell is
Amen.
Us. Did you guys look into that at all?
You're gonna bring that up after everything?
We
know.
we got to talk about that, but not right now. At the end of
We'll talk about it next time.
I've been playing the hell out of it.
all right.
Oh, okay. But yeah, come give us a like.
With a good
Subscribe.
kitty, you get the